Alright, Shalom Alaikum. I want to give all praise to Abanawa Yahweh, Ka Halaya, Duwada Damyad, Abanawa Yahweh. Thank you for his son, our sin offering, Mashak Yahweh. And happy Thanksgiving, man, to all you brothers out there. Probably, you know what I'm saying, up there with your relatives and things of that nature. Things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Eating a turkey with the dressing. You know what I'm saying? Got the pineapples with the hog. Okay, fucking it's like a swine, man. All right, and you got brothers out there that don't believe that the Native Americans are Israelites, man. But here it is: the white man has made a celebration for their destruction and for them being conquered. Come on, man. You brothers need to wake the hell up, man. Okay, and stop hating your brother, man. Okay, because the Native Americans, I go to every day to work with the natives, man, and they in slavery just like we is, man. This is from www.ceylon.com. Thanksgiving, a day of mourning for Native Americans. It says Native Americans are still here, and Thanksgiving is a day of remembrance and activism for us all. Ali Joseph. All right. See, they got their powwow gear. It says plagues, fires taken from giving. There are the associations many of my relatives have with traditional American Thanksgiving, all the way back to our ancestors. This history of generosity and hospitality by the original people of these lands that were taken away and who were destroyed by illness is well articulated in Native American poets. Allison, Adela Hedge, Coke poems, America I Sing Back, which I didn't probably say that right, but you get the point. Oh, before America began to sing, I sung her to sleep, held her cradleboard, wept her into day. My song gave her creation, prepared her delivery. All right, our listener really ain't really saying too much, so I'm gonna go down here and see if I get the point. It says on Thanksgiving Day at noon, as they have for the past 46 years, Native Americans whose heritage lies in the band of Indians called Wampano will gather on Coles Hill of Plymouth, Massachusetts to commemorate a national day of mourning. Why is Gad mourning? Native Americans? Because the Native Americans is Gad, man. Don't let no nigga tell you different, man. Alright? No Southern Kingdom chocolate brother tell you different, man. Alright? This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at last. You know, Gad ain't overcame yet, but they were overcome, man. Why you think they're thankful, man? They're having a holiday for the destruction of these brothers, man. Okay, brothers that rock fringes, and fringes is to remember the laws, man. The scripture says he only gave his word to Jacob, man. These is Jake's, man. Uh, we are. It says to commemorate a national day of mourning. The United American Indians of New England's website, which requested organizing and food serving volunteers for this year's gathering, declares we are not vanishing. So they're saying what? We are not vanishing, meaning the Native Americans. That's what they're saying. We are not conquered. You're a damn lie. You are conquered, man. You under the white man's uh, power, man. We are as strong as ever. It is a message that lives in the hearts and minds of indigenous people the world around. We are still here. That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? Northern Kingdom ain't done away with, man. You know what I'm saying? Esau, he did conquer the Northern Kingdom, you know what I'm saying, and rape and rob them. But they still here by the grace of Abanawi Yahweh, man. You know what I'm saying? Not just Gad, all the 10 tribes, man. Where is the one scripture out of the Chronicles I want to get? This is out of Chronicles. Uh, see, there's a scripture that one. Okay, I ain't gonna get that, but we're gonna keep going. It says, and while many of us are modernized and fully functioning people with a toe into proverbial worlds, the Western one and the sovereign native one, there are many Native Americans who do not celebrate the Pilgrim's arrival with a feast. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our people is, cooking for this holiday, you know what I'm saying, the so-called European holiday, not even knowing that you're making a feast to the destruction of your own people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these are traditions of men. You know what I'm saying? This is not in the scriptures. The scriptures give us feast days. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says from the moon is the sign of our feast, man. Okay? So we have feast days in the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? That are way more better and holy and beautiful than these pagan feast days, man. Because the Most High is not with Thanksgiving. He's not dealing with it at all, okay? It's not of his word. It says, Native Americans who do not celebrate the Pilgrim's arrival with a feast, nor do they herald the transgressions against humanity done them by other European settlers. And what's the word herald mean? Let me look this up. Bringing a messenger, bringing news, to announce, indicate. Right. You don't really hear too many natives going in on this, man. Nor do they what? Herald the transgressions against humanity done them by other European settlers. You never really hear too many Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, going in on Europeans. You do got them out there, but not a lot of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they what? They was overcome. You know what I'm saying? Stop fighting. That the fight was gone, man. In 1637, Massachusetts government John Winthrop celebrated the first official day of Thanksgiving to mark the homecoming of man from English colony. Part of this grateful day that was left out of the common knowledge, 600 peacoats were destroyed after laying down their weapons and accepting Christianity. This was nothing to be thankful for. This is talking about the natives, man. But you got brothers out there talking about the natives ain't Israelites, man. You niggas is probably up there celebrating Thanksgiving, man. You brothers that's believing in these doctrines. Because if the natives are Israelites, then it should be okay to celebrate Thanksgiving then. You know what I'm saying? If they heathens. Okay? It says 600 peacoats. Let's get this word peacoat. You know what I'm saying? Judah vexing Ephraim, man. Alright? You niggas is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? These ain't Israelites, but the white man is celebrating their destruction. Come on, man. You brothers need to wake the hell up, man, with that foolishness. Okay? Gotta rightly divide the word. Peacoat people are a tribe of Native Americans who inhabit much of what is now Connecticut in the 17th century. Okay? It's lucky. The Peacoat War. Let's go back up to here. 600 peacoats were destroyed after laying down their weapons. So Gad put down his weapons, what? And accepting Christianity. And that's exactly how they was overcome, man. Forced to follow this damn Christianity, man. It said the truth will overcome him, man. The Pequot War was an armed conflict between the Pequot tribe and a legion of English colonists of the Massachusetts Bay, Plymouth, and Saybrook colonies and their Native American allies. It's like it says the Pequot War was an armed conflict between the Pequot tribe and allegiance of the English colonists of the Massachusetts Bay, because you know they made covenants with the Edomite and their Native American allies and Mohegan tribes, which occurred between 1634 and 1638. The Peacoats lost the war, right? Remember Genesis 49? A troop shall overcome him. At the end, about 700 Peacoats had been killed or taken into captivity. Sounds like the curses. Hundreds of prisoners were sold into slavery to the West Indies. Other survivors were dispersed. The result of was the elimination of the Peacoat as a viable polity in what is present-day southern New England. Most recent sources claim that Peacoat comes from the destroyers. Okay. It says in the 1630s, the Connecticut River Valley was in turmoil. The Peacoat aggressively worked to extend their area of control at the expanse of the Wampanoags to the north and the Narragansetts to the east. Okay, the tribes contended for political dominance and control of the European fur trade. A series of smallpox epidemics over the course of the previous 3 decades had severely reduced the Native American population due to their lack of immunity to the disease. As a result, there was a power vacuum in the area. Alright, so if you brothers can't see after, you know what I'm saying, it says a troop shall overcome him, man. Okay? They was hit with the smallpox, man, by the Europeans, man. And it said they did what? Had severely reduced the Native American populations due to their lack of immunity to disease. You know what I'm saying? Wake up, man. Alright? These are the Israelites. And they were conquered, man. Alright? Brothers need to wake the hell up, man. Let's see what else we got. Oh, man. This is aftermath from Peacoat War. It says in September, the Mohegans and the Narragansetts met at the General Court of Connecticut and agreed on the disposition of the Peacoat survivors. The agreement is known as the First Treaty of Hartford and was signed on September 21st, 1638. About 200 Peacoats survived the war. They finally gave up and submitted themselves under the authority of the Sakim of the Mohegans or Narragansetts. They were then given to Onkos Sakim of Mon 80 to Mayan Tanimo Sakim of Naga 80. Okay. It says 20. When he should satisfy Mara were killed by his man, the Peacoats were then bound by covenant that none should inhabit their native country, nor should any of them be called Peacoats anymore, but Mohegs, and they were set forever. Other Peacoats were enslaved and shipped to Bermuda or the West Indies, or were forced to become household slaves in English households in Connecticut and Massachusetts Bay. The colonies essentially declared the Peacoats extinct by prohibiting them from using the name any longer. The colonists attribute their victory over a hostile Peacoat tribe as an act of God. Let the whole earth be filled with his glory. Thus the Lord was pleased to smite our enemies in the hindered parts, and to give us their land for inheritance. This was the first instance wherein Algonquin peoples of southern New England encountered European-style warfare. Peacoat War. There was no significant battles between the Indians and southern New England colonists about 38 years. Okay? So they did us dirty, man. But brothers, no, these ain't Israelites, bro. What this is, the Mystic Massacre. Let's see what we got on here. I need meat on this mama. Only a handful of approximately 500 men, women, and children survived what became known as the Battle of Mystic Fort. As the soldiers made an exhausted withdrawal march into their boats, they faced several attacks from frantic warriors from the other village of. But again, the Peacoats suffered very heavy losses versus relative by few colonists. Since Mason later declared that the attack against the Pequot was an act of God, who laughed his enemies and his enemies of his people to scorn, making the Pequot for it as a fiery oven. Thus did the Lord judge among the heathen, filling with dead bodies. So they gonna quote Psalms, you fucking demons? Of the estimated 500 Pequots presented a mystic that day, only 7 survived to be taken prisoner, while another 7 escaped to the woods. You know what I'm saying? This is them being conquered, man. Part of them being conquered. Let's see what else they got on here. Because you had a whole bunch of different, you know what I'm saying, native tribes. Yes, and they did at times fight against each other and things of that nature, but we know this was the Edomites overcame them, man. What did it say? The tribes contended for political dominance and control of the European fur trade. A series of smallpox epidemics over the course of previous 3 decades had severely reduced the Native American population. I'm going to delete this one. Fuck this one up. But anyways, man, I thought I fucked this video up, but anyways, it says 600 Pequots were destroyed after laying down their weapons and accepting Christianity. This is nothing to be thankful for. Let's keep going. It says, well before that, the original Wampang Old feast was called Nico or Grand Sikim's Council Feast. In 1621, the Wampano Bay, I don't know how to say that, so it's like the food to help the pilgrims. This is what European settlers came to know as Thanksgiving. If you grew up learning at school about the Pilgrims and the Indians being good, happy friends, you have not read a retelling like Howard Zinn's A People History of the United States, you might not realize that American Indians' Thanksgiving is a reminder of genocide of millions of our people, the quashing of our culture and traditions, and the stealing of our virgin lands. Come on, man. If that ain't talking about God being overcome, then what the hell is it talking about? Most Americans know something of the true history by now, or perhaps not everyone cares. After all, there is a virtue in gathering with family and friends one day of a year to eat a lot and share company. If you remove the historic significance, damn demons, man. Let's see what else we got. Freezing. Oh man, those who what to say? Those who do care have been vocal about supporting the fight for clean water preservation at Standing Rock, North Dakota, and opposition by water protectors, Native Americans, and non-Native people that have waged on for 7 months. Last Sunday night, it grew still worse when 400 people were tear gassed and sprayed with freezing water from powerful hoses. Come on, man. They're being persecuted, man. Just like you know what I'm saying, so-called Negro, man. Said United American Indians of New England in a statement. It is a day of remembrance and spiritual connection, as well as a protest of the racism and oppression which Native Americans continue to experience. While most school children are still taught that Native Americans helped the Pilgrims and were invited to the first Thanksgiving feast, we can work to help them understand in an age appropriate way that it wasn't all roses. When your children put on an Indian or pilgrim costume for their first Thanksgiving play, they often learn an incomplete, incorrect history. Still, it can be damaging to share the realities of a genocidal story with young children. Instead, for each of the past few years, it can coincidence with these school lessons and plays. I visit their classrooms and share elements of Native American culture. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing but destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? It's damn Edomite. It said, what it say? Thanksgiving is a reminder of genocide of millions of our people. All right, and the stealing of the land, man. Shalom.